My opponent is a hungry guy. I expect him to give everything in the ring. I will have to work hard in training to be 100% ready. I want to prove to people that I'm still #1 at light heavyweight and I'm going to win by KO. I own several companies and I could stop right now. However, my sport still motivates me. Those are the words of long-reigning light heavyweight champion Adonis Stevenson. I'm now going to briefly quote his promoter, Yvonne Michelle. He said, "Without a doubt, Gvozdyk will be the best opponent Adonis has faced in his title defenses. He is working with a renowned trainer in Teddy Atlas. Gvozdyk will arrive with great confidence, and everyone in his group believes that it is time for Adonis to bow down." All right, so again, that's Stevenson's promoter, Yvonne Michelle. Glad to hear Stevenson sounding confident, because he didn't look very confident. He looked like he just had a baptism of fire after that Badou Jack fight. Very close fight, and you can't argue with a draw, really, because it was such a tale of two halves. But Adonis was relieved when that fight was over. He felt like an old man. He looked like an old man in the second half of that fight. And I said previously with regards to this Gvozdyk fight that I'm expecting Adonis Stevenson to box a lot more cautiously against Gvozdyk than it did against Badou Jack. Because against Badou Jack, he came out all guns blazing. He was expending a hell of a lot of energy in the first half of that fight. And for a 40-year-old man who's been inactive, that was a big, big gamble. A big gamble, and it didn't pay off. And in fact, it nearly backfired in spectacular fashion because he was way out of gas by the halfway stage. So with that in mind, that lesson in mind, I'm expecting a more cautious Adonis Stevenson against Gvozdyk. I'm expecting a motivated Stevenson. He says he's got businesses. He could retire now. If you see Adonis Stevenson on his social media, the guy drives around in Lamborghinis. He doesn't appear to be struggling financially at all. Quite the opposite. But he continues to fight. I'm sure he loves the extra money. But it has to be more than that, particularly at 40 years old. So we'll see what he can do against Gvozdyk. I think it's a very interesting fight. I'll be very interested to see what the odds are and how the bookies are seeing it. Gvozdyk was down against Karpency heavily, and that was alarming because Karpency's not really noted as a big puncher or a prolific puncher. Karpency was blasted out with ease by Adonis Stevenson earlier on in Karpency's career, when he was fresher than he was against Gvozdyk. So Gvozdyk's punch resistance is what's going to make this interesting. Now, Badou Jack also had questions about his punch resistance when he got knocked out by Derek Edwards. But there was no signs of suspect punch resistance when he fought Stevenson. But I've always argued that that's because Stevenson never really caught him properly with the left hand. Badou Jack's footwork and his defense was exceptional against Stevenson. And he just never allowed Stevenson to get that big left hand home with full power, clean on the chin. He just never allowed him to do it. And so he never tasted the full power. Will Gvozdyk be able to do something similar? Will he be able to take Adonis Stevenson's left hand away as successfully as Badou Jack did it? That remains to be seen. Very interesting fight. Very much looking forward to it. It's going to be on December 1st. So December is going to be a hell of a month for boxing. Jeez. Off the top of my head, I mean, people. There's the Dylan White fight in December against whoever he's fighting. There's going to be DeGale Eubank potentially. Stevenson versus Gvozdyk. Wilder versus Fury. And I'm sure there's a bunch of others as well that I haven't even mentioned. December is going to be one of the best months for boxing that we've had in a long time. And boxing is in such a good place right now, people. The past few years have been incredible when it comes to quality, both in the UK and in the United States and in other countries like Russia, Germany, etc. Tremendous fights. Long may it continue. Let me know what you guys feel about Adonis Stevenson versus Oleksandr Gvozdyk and everything that I've raised in this video. All right, it's happening. I'm out. Join me on Patreon. I upload a minimum of 2 podcasts every single week, covering a wide variety of controversial topics, as well as live stream Q&A sessions. Take a look on screen right now at some of the podcasts I've produced so far. For just $3 a month, the equivalent of about £2 a month, you get access to all my new podcasts and my entire back catalogue of past podcasts, including my popular Confessions of a Nightclub Bouncer series. You can listen on your computer or on your smartphone or tablet by downloading the Patreon app from the Google Play Store or the App Store for free. The Patreon app also allows you to download each podcast in MP3. For less than the price of a cup of coffee, you get access to dozens of hours of exclusive content. It's easy to sign up, there's no contract, and you can cancel at any time. So come and join our community of free and critical thinkers by signing up with me here on Patreon today.